The title of this chapter is New England Holiday, and it covers chapter 21 of the Scarlet Letter. The town of Boston in this chapter is getting ready to celebrate the important holiday of Election Day. That is the sermon that Mr. Dimsdale had been preparing the night before. Election Day specifically is a celebration when the community seats the new governor. In this case, it's the same governor. It will still be Governor Wilson. However, they reseat him every few years. On this holiday, all the townspeople get dressed up in their best clothing, which, as you know, for a Puritan society is a very rare thing, and they walk to and from the church in a long procession. Another difference for this service is the fact that the service takes place actually in the marketplace. So here, at the end of the novel, we return to where we began, to the marketplace of Boston. At this time, Hester is standing by the foot of the scaffold so that she can hear the procession and so she can hear Dimsdale's sermon. But as always, she's kind of on the outside of the event. She does not participate in the procession. She is not dressed up, and she does not stand as part of the parish. As a matter of fact, she simply stands at the foot of the scaffold. Again, back at the scaffold at the end of the novel. As Hester is waiting for the sermon to begin, her daughter Pearl asks her mother if this strange minister, as she characterizes him, will acknowledge them in public. Again, Pearl is very aware of the fact that the minister is happy to kiss her and hold her mother's hand and spend time with them in private. However, he will not acknowledge them in public. It's something she continues to push for. Hester doesn't really answer her daughter. In fact, she's become somewhat lost in her thoughts. She is thinking about the fact that she might finally be able to escape from this life she has been living, this life of loneliness and isolation, except for her daughter Pearl, of course. For the first time in a very long time, she's excited about the future. She is excited about the possibility that she is going to get to leave Boston, leave her letter A behind, leave Chillingworth behind, and get on the ship with Dimsdale and Pearl to Europe, specifically to Spain. Then a sailor passing by happens to mention to Hester that he has very bad news. He, of course, does not realize it is bad news, but he tells her that Chillingworth is going to be joining them on the trip. The sailor informs Hester that a doctor is needed on the ship, and Chillingworth has graciously agreed to fill this position. The subtext there is that somehow Chillingworth discovered that the three of them were going to be leaving, and he secures passage for himself on that very same ship. At that point, Hester realizes that they'll never really get away from Chillingworth. This idea that they're going to be able to live together as a happy family in this new country, she realizes it's never going to happen. Chillingworth is too smart. He is too dedicated to destroying Dimsdale's life. He will never let Dimsdale go. At that point, Hester looks up and she notices across the crowd, across the marketplace, that Chillingworth has been staring at her, and that he is staring at her and smiling a very evil smile. He wants her to know that she is not going to be getting away with escaping from him.